Bizarre things that washed up on beaches. Humpback whale. It is not every day that one wakes up to a 49-foot humpback whale lounging on any local beach. Astonishingly, the deceased female humpback whale was by all accounts healthy when found. It was likely that the marine mammal was spending its summer off California to feed before heading south in winter toward the Baja California coast for mating season. According to marine experts, a ship might have struck the threatened whale leading to its demise. It was first spotted by beachgoers on Sunday, as tides carried its bloated carcass ashore on Half Moon Bay's Manhattan Beach. 180-million-year-old fossil. Among the weirdest thing, this is next on the list. Once a professional fossil collector, Tony Gill discovered something unusual. Strangely, it was a bone of a prehistoric fish lizard, called an ichthyosaur and popularly known as sea dragon. The fossil was found during the routine draining of a lagoon island at the Rutland Water Reservoir, making it one of the largest fossil reptiles ever found, which was 40 feet long, and its skull was alone 7 feet. However, it is now on display at Charmouth Fossils, which showcases a collection of similar specimens found on the nearby beach. Carved stone pillar. The Royal BC Museum confirmed that a 100-kilogram carved stone pillar strangely found on a Victoria beach is an indigenous artifact. Based on the study, one of the researchers believes that the artifact is a ritual pillar and was likely used in ceremonies, such as the first salmon ceremony or those that involved feeding the deceased or for puberty rites. He even believes that the pillar once stood on the edge of the cliff, above where it was found, but was brought down by a large landslide. The giant Lego man. Finding a piece of Lego on the beach might be strangely weird, but finding a giant Lego man is definitely bizarre. Perhaps what's even strange is that a total of 4 of these giant Lego men, weirdly each measuring 8 feet tall. It was been found washed ashore, one in England, one in Florida, one in the Netherlands, and one in California. Surprisingly, it turned out that a Dutch artist was responsible for the washed-up Lego men. The artist, who goes by the name of Ego Leonard, launched the Lego men as a guerrilla campaign of sorts. There's even a short film featuring the washed-up Lego men, called No Real Than You Are, a sentence that was written on each of the found Lego men. A historic shipwreck. Australia's Fraser Island is no stranger to shipwrecks, when approximately 23 wrecks were recorded in its waters between 1856 and 1935 when SS Maheno crashed ashore. The mighty steamship, which was built in 1905, was one of the first turbine-driven steamers. It plied a regular route between Sydney and Auckland before being used as a hospital ship during WWI. It was decommissioned in 1935 and was being towed to Japanese shipwreckers when a cyclone snapped the tow chain and left the vessel drifting. Ancient walrus skull. Dating back to at least 10,000 years old, this unusual looking was found on a beach in Norway, in the year 2012. Among several other strangest things, one of the unique discoveries includes an ancient walrus skull. At the end of the last glacial period, as the ice melted, the weight was lifted off the land, and the depression of the Earth's crust formed by the weight of the ice was reversed, and the crust started to bounce back in a process called isostatic rebound, leaving the formed coastline high and dry. Surprisingly, melting ice uncovered areas that were once buried deep beneath the sea, resulting in the new beaches containing hundreds of ancient fossils, making them nothing less than gold mines for archaeologists. Human feet. Surprisingly, things took a turn for the Erie on beaches along the Salish Sea in Washington state and British Columbia, Canada. Back in 2007 and 2008, beachcombers found 20 feet, still in shoes, on 7 separate occasions. However, there's still no real explanation for this series of bizarre discoveries. though a few theories exist, like one that suggests the feet come from victims of a boat or plane crash. Olympics Marathon Platform. An official Olympic starting platform, built for a marathon swimming event in 2016, was strangely washed up on the Brazilian coast 2 days before the competition started. Eventually, the practice had to be cancelled and the beach area was closed for a while till the time official tried to recover it. Aboriginal sandstone carving. Nearly 50 years ago, a large sandstone rock was discovered on an Australian beach. But this wasn't just any old piece of rubble, it was Tasmanian Aboriginal rock art, one of the oldest in the world. This particular carving most likely marked the location of a meeting place or campsite. After archaeologists studied and photographed the art, they donated it to the Queen Victoria Museum. Thousands of tires. An estimated 10,000 tires were spotted on a North Carolina beach after a hurricane in 2010. The tires were part of a decades-old project by the state's Division of Marine Fisheries, which used them as an artificial reef to protect the shore. Rebuilding, which usually happens every 3 years, is behind schedule. However, officials said they have faced several challenges since the beach was last filled with fresh sand in 2018.